Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning Movement and Mobility. It is great to be here. I want to thank you, replay viewers, for catching this later on. And I just want to say thanks for anybody who jumps on while I'm rolling along. So I woke up this morning and was feeling a little tired, and I didn't have the best night's sleep. And so anyway, we're just going to take it easy today because of that. Not that we ever really push it that hard, but we're just going to do a nice, straightforward, slow movement and mobility class this morning. So let's begin with our standing like a tree pose. Just a minute or two of this. You stand with your feet about hip widths apart, toes pointing straight ahead. Gently bend your knees. Squeeze your glutes just a little bit to stabilize and level out your pelvis. Imagine that your spine is getting lengthened, like there's a tug of war happening between the top of your head and your tailbone. And then you're going to hold your hands out in front of you like so that as if you're like holding a beach ball. And then just a gentle gaze straight ahead, eyes open, breathing through your nose into your abdomen, nice and slow, and begin. Just nice, easy breaths. Low and slow. All right, good. Now take your hands and put them in the small of your back of your hands in the small of your back, and just rock back and forth just a few times, and then side to side, like so, and then do a few hip circles, like that, and then go the other direction. Good. Shake that out. And we're just going to do a few of these open and closings of the hand. Hand super wide, as wide as you can make your fingers, and then close into fists. Let's do these quickly. Keep your shoulders down. Once you get used to being aware of different parts of your body, you will notice how they do things on their own. Like your shoulders will slowly creep up like this. You always want to be consciously bringing them down. All right. Now clasp your hands together, palms together, and then you're going to make wrist circles. Wrist circles. In one direction, and then make them in the other direction. Just helping keep those wrists healthy. And then separate your palms so that your fingers are still interlaced, but your palms are not touching, and do wrist circles. Again, these few little hand mobility exercises that we do every now and then, now go the other direction, are good to do at any time during the day. You can do them. I don't necessarily like just throwing them into here, but I just use them for just to remind people to do these, just because they do take a little bit of time, and there's something that you could do every day. But the truth is that if you get distracted, you might forget to do these. So having them as part of your routine is a good idea if you fall into that category. So now we're going to do shoulder rolls, rolling both your shoulders back, excuse me, back together at the same time, like so. You raise your shoulders up, push them back, and drop them down. Your shoulders, a lot of people walk around with their shoulders up near their ears. And that's just puts a lot of stress in that upper part of your body. So you always want to be thinking about having your shoulders back and down. Now go forwards, like so. Good. Good. Now we're going to do both of them going backwards, alternating. Good, and then forward. Excellent. Now, just a few open swings, arm swings like this. Nice and easy, not trying to crack your chest open, just easy swings like that. Be sure to alternate the arm going over the top. Great. And now I'm going to hop down onto the ground on your knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders, and we're doing cow, which is having your back in what's called extension. So you have this saggy back. You see an old cow and it has a big saggy horse, or a cow with a saggy back, or you might see a horse with a saggy back. Anyhow, so you're at like this, that's cow, and then you just move into cat, which is like this. Cow, cat, cat, cow. And again, we're not really forcing this in a stretching kind of way. We're just going with the range of motion that we have at the moment. And as we warm up the muscles and the joints, you slowly get more range of motion. Yeah, awesome. So a couple more of these. So while we're down here, we're going to spread our knees just a little bit further. You can point your toes here, or you can tuck them under, however you want. And then from this position, we're going to just rock back until you get to a point where this lower part of your back starts to round. There'll be a point where your hips do what's called tuck under, and this lower part of your back will round. And so you want to go just before that point, and then come forward, head up, so you're looking straight ahead. Just rock back into that deep. This is down into a deep squat is what we're working on here. But we're doing it on our hands and knees. Yeah. Rocking is a really good activity. So now we get into this last one here, and just, excuse me, rock your head up and down about 10 times. And then come forward. And if you do this every day, go through a routine like this every day, you will notice that your body fluctuates in how stiff or flexible it is. But as you do it, you will slowly shift that towards more flexibility. Even if you do this at different times of the day, if you do this later in the day, you're generally are more flexible. Okay, so now we are going to do arm swings. So this is one of the arm swings that we do. We pump our arms up and down 5 times, and then we do a double knee bend like that. Toes are pointed straight ahead. We do these 3, 4, 5 double knee bend, and we do about 5 sets of these. 2, 3, 4, 5 double knee bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double knee bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double knee bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double knee bend. There, good. Now we do another one. Have your feet a little bit further apart than in the previous one. Toes again pointing straight ahead. And then you are rotating your hips so your arms begin to swing. I'm just going to call this the wet noodle. The wet noodles exercise, because that's what you want your arms to feel like, wet noodles just swinging around your body. And the front arm, front wet noodle, swings up and gently touches you into the collarbone region. And the rear hand swings behind and taps you in the lower back near the kidneys. You got 2 kidneys, they're on either side of the spine, down in the lower back region. The heels gently come up as you do this. The left heel comes up as you spin to the right. The right heel comes up as you spin to the left. And that helps protect your knees. You want to look straight ahead and keep your spine long. All right, good. Just adjust this. And now we have our second arm swing exercise. This is a little bit different. So I'll just demonstrate first, and then we'll do them. So the arms come back, 1, and then up into 90 degrees like this at the elbows. And then you extend through your ankles, knees, and hips, and shoulders, elbows, and wrists. And it's like a basketball shot, except your hands stay level with your eyes. So it looks like this. Oh, and then when you drop down into a slightly knee bent position. Body's still upright. So like you have like this little spring in your legs, right? So 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that. Okay, we'll do about 25 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Great. And then another round. Toes pointing straight ahead for this again, but another round of wet noodle arms. In the morning, when your body is just waking up, you never want to push these stretches. to an extreme like you might after you warmed up your body to a nice level. All right. Next exercise is breathing exercise. Your toes, your feet are narrower stance now. You should be able to just squeeze a fist between your feet, toes pointing ahead. What we're going to do is we're going to bend over at the waist. Breathe in through our nose. And then lift up. Exhale through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Bend over, breathe in through the nose. Stand up, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, excellent. Now, sun salutation. So, I'll demonstrate with a rep, and then you can join in. Or you can join in and just follow along as best you can from the beginning. However you like. Okay. Feet together, hands in this prayer position. Swing your arms back and then up overhead. Breathe in through the nose up there, then bend over, exhale. Step back with your right foot, chest up. Breathe in here. Step back into downward dog. Exhale. Then come forward onto your stomach. Lift your chest. Breathe in. Then push back into downward dog. Exhale. Step forward with your left foot. Chest up. Inhale. And then step forward with your right foot. Exhale and stand up. Excuse me for 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so now, other side, right side. Breathe in, bend over, breathe out, step back with your left foot, chest up, breathe in, step back into downward dog, breathe out. Then come forward onto your chest, lift your chest like this. This is like cobra pose. Breathe in, push back into downward dog. Breathe out, step forward with your right foot. Breathe in as you lift your chest. Step forward with your left foot. Stand up. So now that was 2 reps, 4 more to go. Arms back. Overhead, breathe in. Bend over, step back with your right foot. Breathe in here. Step back with your left foot into downward dog. Exhale. Come forward onto your stomach. Point your toes. Lift your chest. Inhale. Push back into downward dog. Exhale. Step forward with your left foot. Lift your chest. Inhale. Come forward with your right foot. Exhale. Stand up. Every time you're opening your chest, you're inhaling. Every time you're folding over somewhat, you are exhaling. Okay, again, other side, right side. Arms up. Inhale. Bend over. Exhale. Step back with your left foot. Lift your chest. Inhale. Step back with your right foot into downward dog. Exhale. Come forward onto your stomach. Point your toes. Lift your chest. Inhale. Push back into downward dog. Exhale, step forward with your right foot. Lift your chest. Inhale. Step forward with your left foot. Exhale. Stand up. 2 more. Left side. Inhale. Exhale. Step back with your right foot. Chest up. Inhale. Step back with your left foot. Exhale. Forward onto your stomach. Lift your chest. Inhale. Push back into downward dog. Exhale. Step forward. Left foot. Chest up. Inhale. Step forward. Right foot. Exhale. Stand up. Last one. Arms overhead. Inhale. Bend over. Touch your toes. Exhale. Step back. Left foot. Lift your chest. Inhale. Step back, right foot into downward dog. Exhale. Come forward onto your stomach. Point your toes. Lift your chest. Inhale. Push back into downward dog. Right foot forward. Chest up. Inhale. Left foot forward. Exhale. Stand up. Excellent. Shake that out. And now we'll do Hindu push-ups, 6 of them. So you begin in downward dog for this. And then you scoop through into upward dog, supporting your weight on your hands and your toes. Back to downward dog, scoop into upward dog. Now, that might be challenging for some. So what you can do is come into a push-up position, drop down, and then go into upward dog, back into downward dog, push-up position, down, up. And for some, that might still be too difficult. So you can drop to your knees, come down to your stomach, and then push into upward dog. So down to your knees, onto your stomach, push up into upward dog. 6 of them. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Push back into downward dog, and then walk your feet with straight knees as far as you can towards your hands to get a good stretch to the back of those legs. And bend your knees and stand up. Excellent work. Now we're going to do, hold on one second. Sorry, my battery is going low on my timer. We're going to do Hindu squats. So Hindu squats, you have your feet about hip widths apart, toes pointed out, and then you drop down into a squat like this. You're up on your toes. Your thighs are parallel to the ground. Your calf and the back of your upper legs are totally spashed into each other. Your upper body is upright. We're not leaning over like this. We're keeping our body as upright as possible. So that's the bottom position, and then we stand up. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3. If you need assistance for this exercise, you can use a broom handle. I have a PVC pipe here. Right here, I have a chair. You can use a table. Anything that you can use to assist you is fine. If you're using a broom handle, about chest high for your hands is good. Again, hip widths apart stance. Just drop into it and then use as much pull as much as you need to come up like that, right? So that's the Hindu squat. We're doing 12 of these. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent. Now, we have one more in this group of exercises. This is a thoracic bridge. And we feet flat on the ground, knees bent. You're on your butt. You're supporting your upper body weight with your arms on your palms, with your fingers pointing away from you. They're pointing towards the back of the wall here. What you do is you lift your hips, really squeezing your glute muscles into this table position. And that's 1 rep. Now, if you've never done this before, that can be fairly taxing on your arms. So if that's the case, you can just stick your legs out in front of you and scoot your butt down a little bit and just feel the stretch in your shoulders and through the arms. And then once you get used to that, you can begin doing the actual bridges. So we'll do 6. Let's begin. 1, and just let your head fall backwards naturally. 2, really squeeze your glute muscles hard here. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Excellent. So yesterday we did leg swings and arm swings, dynamic leg swings and arm swings. Today we're going to do a hip flexor stretch and our glute stretch. So we got a little bit of hamstring stretching with our other exercises. So for the hamstring stretch, the hip flexor stretch, you're going to kneel on one knee, and you can have your back foot toes pointed or toes curled under, either way. And then keeping your shoulders and hips square, you're just going to push your hips forward until you feel a stretch along the front side of this. I'm on my right knee, along the front side of your right hip. You want to be sure you're squeezing that right glute muscle and just lean into this. And we'll hold for about 30 seconds. You can raise your arm to intensify the stretch. You want to be sure that you're really pushing with the hips here and keeping your back upright. And really squeezing with that right glute. Okay, switch legs. So now I'm on my left knee and just pushing into it, feeling a nice stretch across the front side of the hip. There's 5 muscles that make up the hip flexor. And we're working on stretching them here. This is one stretch you can do for this. There's it's either 2 muscles that bring your knee up to parallel, and then there's 3 muscles. It might be the other way around. 2 muscles that lift it above parallel, and 3 muscles that bring it up to parallel. And so you really need to work on getting all those stretched out. They get tight from a lot of sitting. Okay, so now we're going to move into what we call the 90-90 stretch. So this is like a modified hurdler stretch because the front leg in a hurdle stretch is usually straight out ahead. In this stretch, we just bend the front knee at 90 degrees, and the rear leg is also bent at 90 degrees. And I put I have my left knee forward now. So I have my right hand on my left foot. My left hand is out to the side, supporting my weight. Shoulders, I'm pushing away from that hand so my shoulders are not creeping up and becoming ears. And then I'm just looking straight ahead and bending at the hip and just feeling a nice stretch in my glute muscle. This is a great stretch to do while, if you watching TV or a movie, you can sit down and do that. It's a nice stretch to do at night before going to bed, just to relax. And just nice, slow, deep breaths. Okay, switch legs. And same thing, left hand on right foot, right hand just out supporting your weight, pushing away. Just again, you don't want to drop into this so that your shoulder becomes an earring. You want to push away, back straight, and just lean forward. You're not rounding your back. You're just leaning forward with a straight back here. Just getting stretch in that glute. This type of work, doing it every day. Okay, that's good. Doing this every day will reap massive benefits for you in the long run. It's 30 minutes. You can condense it. It's 30 minutes because I'm talking and demonstrating and things like that. You can condense this into 20 minutes, or if you have 30 minutes, you can include some other dynamic as well as static stretching. And we go over these things on various occasions throughout the week. But I want to thank you for being here. Instagram viewers, thank you for showing up. And YouTube and Facebook viewers, thanks you for coming by. And you replay viewers, same to you. And today is Tuesday, so we got a few more days of this. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On Saturday, if we don't go skiing early, I do this for an hour, 6:30 to 7:30 Mountain, 8:30 to 9:30 East Coast time. So cheers. Have a great day. Thanks again for being here, and we'll see you next time. And again, thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. Have a great day.